Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I just wanted to quickly show you this kind of hack that I figured out on my Joby Gorillapod here. I have recently gotten this gimbal, which I'll do a review on later. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to put my camera onto it, and it's got this, their own version of their quick connect plate. But since I'm using the Joby tripod, which has its own little connecting plate, so I wanted to have a way for, to keep this connection plate on my camera and, use it and utilize it on the gimbal. The problem is that this was way too tall. Once I put it on the gimbal, it was impossible to balance out the gimbal and whatnot. And plus, this is just ridiculous. So I was thinking, is there just a way to take this top piece here, and add that onto the quick connect plate? So that got me thinking, and I just started playing around with some stuff, and I ended up figuring out this little hack. So let me show you. Also, this may be even in the instruction manual. I just threw it away and didn't actually read it. So I wanted this piece here from this Joby ball head. So I tightened this as tight as I could go, and then I just grabbed on and tried to loosen this top to see if it would come undone, because I didn't know how it was connected. And it's pretty hard because I think they put some Loctite on there, but you can unscrew it. And then that got me thinking, okay, perfect. I'll find the type of thread this is, because it's not a 1/4-20, and maybe I'll figure out how to then screw this onto this other plate here, and then I can keep this Joby plate on the bottom of my camera at all times. So I was gonna go to Home Depot and try to find something that fit in the bottom. And then randomly, I just happened to look at the bottom of this. And that's step 2. So if you have a screwdriver, you see in the bottom here. So I stick a screwdriver in and then just unscrew that. This is what attaches it to the Joby tripod. And then I got this little guy out, and then I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I wonder if that would actually fit into this. And it turns out that it does. So obviously, if you're gonna permanently use this, you wanna Loctite all this stuff down. But now what you've got is that you can now attach to any 1/4-20 without the ball head. So what I then did was attach this to the quick connect plate on the gimbal. And now I can easily go back and forth between my Joby tripod and the gimbal or whatever else. So I've got my connection plate here from the gimbal that I don't want to leave on my camera. I want to leave this on the camera. We've now got this piece screwed into the bottom, and it's a 1/4-20, so it fits on perfectly. The problem then I ran into is just that once it tightens all the way, there's still a gap in between the two, which is really not that big of a deal. So I just found this like neoprene mat that I had laying around, and I cut a slit in it in a spot for the 1/4-20 to go. So I'll just lay that on here like this, just to take up that room. Then I'll put on my Joby connection plate, and then I'll tighten my 1/4-20 here. And, it holds it pretty well. I'll probably put some Loctite on that when I permanently do this. This is just, just to show you guys how I did it. Then we'll just take this plate and we'll slide it on. All right, so we got our Joby piece on here. We've got the gimbal. I'm now gonna take the camera off of this Joby Gorillapod, just how I wanna do. Release it. It's still got this plate on the bottom. Take that, slide it on here, and now we'll balance it up. So it looks pretty balanced, and turn the gimbal on. There we go. So now we got the camera going. Don't seem to have any issues. Obviously, probably after this video, with a little more testing, I'll probably Loctite this stuff. And also I just got this working pretty well so far, but I do want to do a review of it. So let's say we turn the gimbal off. Okay, gimbal's off, and we want to take our camera off. So instead of having to do this other plate and then switch back, we're just going to press in like we normally would on a Joby tripod and remove our camera, slide it right onto the Gorillapod, and there we go. We're good to go. I'm really happy that worked out. Hopefully that's not, and I mean maybe it is in the instruction manual that you can do that, but taking the piece out of the bottom, adding it to the piece at the top, worked out great. Thanks for watching Break It Yourself. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you have a Joby Gorillapod and you've wanted to put your camera on something else without the full ball head, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.